Alright, y'all, it's Danny Balance, man. Y'all can see I was working on some shit, but this video is continuation though. I finally found my GoPro, so video is about to be back on 10, back on 20. But you know, it's gonna be a lot easier. I can finally record POV videos again. You know, record in the car like a lot easier. So right now I was moving the engine and I ended up breaking this. This is actually an aftermarket valve cover though, so I'm just gonna replace that valve cover. Then I got some of the valve cover gaskets right here. I'm still waiting for some more stuff to come in. I got all the gaskets for you know, like that one, you know, for the plenum and stuff like that. So, and I just have to swap out the spark plugs. The coils on that motor have super low miles and they're good. And I don't know if these coils are all good, don't know, but those ones are brand new, so put those on. Spark plugs are one heat range coater, and then I have the injectors that are also going to go on here also. So for my E85, and then there's just a lot of little stuff that I still need to do. I gotta figure out which starter I need to use. This engine has lower miles than my car did, so I'm gonna be using this alternator, this starter, this water pump, all that stuff. The AC and the power steering is attached to the car still, so that's gonna be put back. You know, like I said, we're not even opening the AC or power steering at all. I gotta drain out the old E85 from the tank. It's been sitting for like almost a year now. Just gonna drain it out. Sure, there's not much in there. I'd be really hurt if there's a full tank in there or some shit, but fresh E. Then I need to get some oil. I need an extra oil because of the oil lines for the turbo stuff and the pump. I need to get a new pump. I'm gonna get some new fittings, new oil lines. So it's like all the little stuff really adds up, and I just want to refresh everything and have everything fresh. You know, I'm taking chances with, you know, this used motor, but I'm revamping a lot of it, so hopefully it should hold up. I got those gaskets. I'm gonna be replacing this clutch and pressure plate. It's kind of worn down, so I'm gonna throw a new clutch in there because I don't feel like taking the trans off for a while after it's back. Alright, y'all, so as you can see, shit, we got like some, like a piece of the injector like broke or something right here. I have like more injectors though, so these are the 6 that oh shit. So my spark plugs finally got here. Iridium, this is one heat range coater, so you see the part number for these ones, these NGK ones specifically, is like that. So for OEM there would be a 5 instead of a 6. It's a 5 heat range. This one's a 6 heat range, 1-step coater for the boost and shit like that. You know, that's what my tuner recommended. And then these are the injectors I'm gonna use. These ones are all good and they're all like physically 100% intact. Even though I'm on E, it should be just enough for, you know, low boost. Because I don't plan to have this thing like a full-on drift car, but I am going to be sliding it, so even a bolt-on tune DE would be plenty for just sliding around. Even with a couple PSI, I'll be able to like spin the tires in third and shit, so that's when it gets scary. But yeah, so I got the clutch on already. This seems to be like 2 1/4. I had my 2.5-inch V-bands up to this, and I would have to like fill in a lot. It was pretty big. Like I just got a 2.5-inch pipe and I like matched it up, and then it's way bigger. So these headers are like 2 1/4, so I'm gonna have to get a little reducer that goes from 2.5 to 2 1/4. I'm gonna trim that off. I'm gonna trim a little bit more of this off, and then I'll be able to weld that on right here, and then it'll go up to the 2.5, and then put the V-bands on both sides, and then after I put the trans on, then we'll start like mocking up a manifold. I'm gonna kind of redo it from scratch essentially. I don't like how I did. I don't trust the welds on the original one. It's just I know I can weld it better this time, so pretty sure it's the right way, because there's like a bolt right here to like, I don't know. Oh yeah, because I think that goes right there. Yeah. All right, so now that the injectors are in, now I can finally put this on. All right, so everything's finally here, all the gaskets, all the hardware, all everything. So I cleaned out the plenum. Then I gotta put the new clutch shit, and then after I get that back on, I'm gonna jack this up a little bit and weld on the V-bands on both sides. That's what I'm gonna try to do today. All right, so after I fucking finished torquing that shit, I forgot that I didn't plug in the injectors. So you can't do that when all that bullshit is on top. So I had to take everything back off so I can plug in the injectors and then put it back on. All right, well, unfortunately, I didn't get the clip of me putting this bitch in. I just did it on IG Live, but I accidentally deleted the live. I could have just probably saved some of the footage from it and put it into this video, but I fucking deleted the IG Live. Fuck. Well, anyways, as you can see, it's in now. It wasn't that hard. I did hit on that little power steering like hard line that comes up. I hit on that like 2 times, but good thing I didn't break it. Other than that, yeah, do with the load leveler, it makes it so when I took it out, I didn't have the load leveler, but now I have that. So that shit made it so much easier. I dropped that bitch in like a total of like 10 minutes. So now it's in. So now the next shit I gotta do is take off this power steering. Obviously, like take off the belts, take off the power steering, take off this AC, probably sell them because I don't need them. And then this is my real AC and my real power steering, and hook those up to the block. And then just finish putting on the wire harness, and then put some oil in there, and then try to start it. It's the next thing. I'll obviously hook up the ECU and shit back up too, but try to start it. Hopefully it runs. It should run, it should idle. As long as it runs and idles, it's gonna have like a misfire and a lot of shit, because obviously it's gonna be missing the sensors, you know, because it's a rev up ECU and this is a DE. But it will be able to run. I've seen it. It'll just run in limp mode, but you will be able to rev it like to like 2K and just move it around, like move it up around your property, your driveway, whatever it is. You can move it in and out of the garage. And then on the way is the new turbo. And then I have, I think besides like a flange and a couple other things, like I have all these, the 304 stainless to weld up the kit. I think I just need some flanges. I think like a couple of V-bands, just a bunch of little shit. That little shit adds up. I'm probably gonna need some new T-bolt clamps too. Those turbos are garbage. I'm not gonna use that shit. So that's why the new one's gonna come in 66 mil. Make it a little laggier so it can survive, you know. Take away some of the low end and keep the block alive this time. So shit, that's probably gonna be the end of this one, and then the next one, when the rest of the shit comes in, then I can start show y'all how to weld that shit up and shit. So that's pretty much it.